Hi, it's Mark again from MBC Business Improvement Solutions, and in this video we're going to share with you what is probably the single most effective tool that you can implement into your business so that it runs more effectively. Okay, it's a technique that was invented by a guy called Andrew Carnegie. So rather than bore you with the whole history, basically what Andrew, who is the fourth wealthiest bloke that's ever lived on the planet, what he did, he saw people in factories in the steel industry moving product from A to B to C to D to E, and just said, why don't you just cut out all the crap in the middle and just go straight from A to E? So this is what single handling is about. It's about doing a job once and getting it right, as Nike say, just do it, rather than stop start and getting all of that inefficiency in there. So if you think about it from a planning perspective, as the old adage says, proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So it's about planning what you're going to do and then doing it in the least amount of steps as possible. So just a few common sort of problems. We're talking here about job or stock control. So it can either be how you control or how you run a job, or how you control the stock element of the materials that you need to run that job. So if you're not doing it right, it's highly likely that you're wasting time and money going to and from your merchants, from your suppliers. That's a very, very common problem. I was sat once with a guy who owned a wine bar. He was also did various other businesses, and his tradespeople came in. They'd driven across Doncaster in February in the snow to come looking for a hand drill that they needed for a job. How inefficient was that? So same thing happens with merchants. Too much money could be invested in stock. Stock is a dirty word. Yeah, it's dead money. How much stock do you know that you've got? Are you over ordering? Have you got too much stock? Have you not got enough stock? That's as bad as well. You don't want to run out, you don't be holding too much. So systemize a way of doing that. Jobs could be delayed due to the wrong or missing delivery of product. So you turn up on site and you expect some materials to be there, but you don't have a very good stock control system and the wrong stuff gets turned up on site. What do? You pay for your guys, you pay them half a day, send them back to do something else. You're wasting money. Okay, there is no poor job planning. So you don't know how much labour you need. You don't know when they're scheduled to start. No capacity planning. So how do you know if you've got 3 teams of 2 guys? How do you know when you actually need 7 guys, 8 guys, 10 guys? If you have no system in place to track that. It could be that because of all of this stuff, you're paying too much for your materials. You're not tracking where you're buying your materials from. Are you guaranteed that you're getting the best price? Or you're chasing tools around for jobs, so on and so forth. All of this is leading to lower efficiency, which is lower profits. Remember guys, this is your profit. This is your business. So if you're not doing this, you are throwing your money away. So I'm going to again hand you over to Simon, who's going to go through some of the solutions and some of the benefits of getting it right.
Hi everyone, Simon Robinson from One Win Manager, and in this video we're obviously going through single handling techniques, and I'm going to show you a solution that would help you solve the problem of how to create a job control or stock control system. So the solution is actually linked to a previous video that we've just done. So when you quote a job, if you quote it properly, you put all the materials you're going to use in the quote, and you put all the labour elements in the quote, and you also put all the ancillary equipment and stuff that you need as well. So if you know that at the quote stage, it should be as simple as changing the status from a quoted job to a won job. Because all the information's in. We don't need to be re-entering things, we don't need to be reviewing what materials we've done, because it's set, we've already done it. The other thing you can do with that is as well, once you convert it to a job, we know what materials we need. So why don't we cut out another stage and actually have it where it automatically orders all the materials from the supplier via email to be delivered at the day that we need them. You know, none of this forgetting to order stuff. Let's just say, well, we're starting the job on the 3rd, which is next Monday. We want it needs to be ordered at least a week before to arrive 2 days before we need it. The other thing, if you do it properly, you can get it so that, like I said, you can, if you use specific bits of equipment, maybe you've got like a big core drill that you need to use, you might only have one of these, so we need to make sure that we know that we've allocated that core drill to that job, and we know who's got it. Again, the amount of times I hear that one of my customers, they've got a core drill and it's supposed to be on a job in Sheffield, but the lad who used it yesterday is now on a job in Hull and he's forgot to hand it in. You can use a system called automatically reordering materials, which is a technique I've learned from supermarkets, and it's as simple as this. Your van is full of gear, full of materials that you use on jobs, and at the moment nobody keeps any track of what's in there. You've no idea what you've bought, you've no idea what you've got, you've no idea how much you need for the next job. So all we do is we treat your van or your vans like little mini warehouses. So every time a widget's used, the lads mark down they've used that widget, we automatically send an email to the supplier who then reorders a widget so the next time you go to the supplier it's there. So that way, again as Mark alluded to, you don't need to carry 27 widgets around in van because you might use them over a 3-month period. You only need to carry as many widgets as you're going to use between the time between you get from going to the merchant's ones to going again. You can use job or stock control to accurately schedule labour. So you can see how much labour is allocated to a job, and you can make sure that you allocate that much. And you can identify shortfalls or overruns. So if you've used too much of something or too little, you can identify that and then tweak your processes. So the benefits of having a system like this: number one, eliminates duplication. You're not having to do the core and then manually then type out an order of materials and then manually tell your lads what stuff they need and then manually do this and do that and anything else. It should be literally a couple of clicks and it's done. Secondly, because it's that simple, you just de-skilled it. So once it gets to that stage, you don't need the business owner to allocate all the stuff. You know, the admin person in the office could do it. So all they need to do is look at the job and think, right, well, there's 11 man days of work, we need the core drill, and we need it starting by next Thursday. Anybody can put that in. Your labour efficiency is going to go up because you've got things more organised. You're not wasting as much time. You know, you've not got guys zipping all over town picking stuff up and dropping things off, or having to send somebody out especially to get one new item. If you're using a stock control system, your stock turn is going to be better, which basically means you're getting through your stock a lot quicker. You've not got an item that's just sat on a shelf for 2 or 3 years just in case you need it. And that's going to improve your cash flow, because if your stock level is currently 20 grand, you can reduce it down to 5, you've actually got 15 grand in your bank. You're going to get the best price on materials because you're going to be dealing with your suppliers in a professional manner. Spoke to one of my trades colleagues yesterday, and he buys, I think, a tubes of silicon at £1 each, or a tube of something. But when his lads run out of them, which is often, and they have to go to a merchant that's not their normal merchant, these things cost £2.80. So it's like only 3 times as much, and that's not factored into the price. You know, it should be that we keep a track of how many is in the van, we've got a stock in the office, and then we make sure that we never run out, and we're always using £1 tubes. Which will improve your profitability. You're not keeping as much stock, you're keeping everybody nice and efficient. And the final one, which is probably the most hard to quantify, you can see the variance to what you've quoted. So quite often when you spec in a job, you'll spec a lot of parts for a given, say if you're a plasterer, you know how many bags of plaster and other bits and pieces you're going to need to do X number of metres of wall. But what about if them figures are wrong? Where have you got them from? You've got them historically from somebody else. Maybe for all you know, they're wrong by 10% over. With a system like this, you can actually see that, and you can make sure that you're always giving the right amount of gear out for the right job. So that's been single-handling. I've been Simon Robinson from One Man Manager, and I hope you enjoyed this video.